Alright, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Wakar Hakwadash, and double honors to the apostles of GMS and the brothers out there sincerely doing this truth in sincerity and strong will of the Lord. And I want to get into a topic about uh, Babylon's plagues, about how this place will be crumbled. So, because I'm looking at things, how everything's just falling down, and then I'm watching a movie called Jerusalem, which is without the S, is replaced with the Z, and it's pretty much how it's a zombie movie though. But going into that, we know our how everybody in this society is nothing but zombies, just playing a role really. Whereas we the elect are woken up, and then you have some people that supposedly woke up is gone back into the zombie state. Now we all know when this place crashes, it's just not going to crash and everybody's going to be good. It's just going to be a whole bunch of people running around acting like worse, so like it, more of zombies really. They're going to actually play a role of an actual zombie, going around eating people, acting wild. I mean, it's already practiced. I mean, niggas here already practice it like it is anyways. They ain't not eating people, but they act like zombies anyways. You see how you could go anywhere downtown from any state, and you may have that one spot. Well, you will have that one spot where it's nothing but drug dealers or people that's just high on drugs. Now, going into how this place is supposed to fall, I'm gonna get this scripture right here, which is uh, so I can give it a second. Right. This is Revelations 8:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornications. So like this is Revelations 18:3. If I said it wrong. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth had committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through abundance of her delicacies. Now we could all say that Esau is a merchant. Now some people will say, of course, it does tie in hand that these other nations, like it says, all nations have drunk of the wine of this fornication, whereas the Gooks, the Arabs, will come in and make business out of here. But the real merchants of this wicked society is Esau, those Rothschilds. They are in control of these. What happens going in export and import. Let me keep reading. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues." Now, going into where it says, I heard another voice from heaven, whereas that I is talking about we, as in the elect that is waking up, the Lord's elect. We all have heard the voices saying, come out of Babylon." Not to literally leave out of Babylon, but to wake up from her lies. But these illusions, really, that we don't be partakers of these things, because we used to partake in these things of being niggas, sleeping with our men's women, and stealing, all sorts of things. Not every brother did the same thing, but it comes to a point where brothers did different things that tied into the bad sins. And then now that we've woken up from it, we pray to the Lord that we don't receive those plagues. Whereas, of course, as the elect, we're going to go through tribulations, but we don't want to end up having the same plagues as these niggas out here, because we already know what's going for them. Now we could say that we know what's going to happen, but none of us has really seen the downfall of Babylon anyways before, so it's probably going to be much more worse than what we think it is. Of course, that goes without saying, really. For her, I will keep reading. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. And that's going back into our slavery even up to now. You go from one slavery to another. Back then we was being lynched, tortured, and all sorts of things, to a mental state where we gotta work hard. We gotta work hard for a little pay. We gotta pay for everything. We gotta pay for literally everything, whether it's natural resources or not. And then you got abominations such as women with women, men with men, and then you had transgenders, and it's just like it's a whole bunch of things going on. We can't even tally up the amount of sins that this place has. Hell, we're not even perfect ourselves. Some of the things we think is normal for everyday thing could be a sin. So that goes into a lot, really. But we have that grace, really, to be protected from all that, because we're not doing the same thing as Esau or these other niggas, really. So that's the good side about it. So I'm gonna keep reading. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and in the cup which she have filled to her double. Now, going into that, of course, we know that everything's got to be in payback when this place falls. But on the flip side, well, there's no flip side to it because it is what it is. But at the same time, we're just stacking up for when this place does fall, because we definitely going to give them payback for what they did to us. Right now, we just gotta suffer it, really. So I'm gonna keep reading. How much, Salaki, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Now that's not talking about an actual woman sitting on a queen, being a queen, but that's what women here think they are. These black women think they're queens, but this police itself sits itself as a queen, and it's not lying. Babylon itself sits itself as a queen. It's a whore. It sits itself as a whore. You see all these women running around being harlots. Here women can wear pants. That's not even making sense in itself. They don't even have rods to even wear pants for. We do. It makes sense for us to wear pants. We ain't gonna wear no dress. And on top of that, it's the only whore that lets other nations inside of other heathen nations inside of itself. So it's definitely a whore for opening up herself to it, to everything. And then it says she shall see no sorrow. Now that's the way these Edomites think. They think America's gonna go on. Of course, these niggas think the same thing too. Monkey see, monkey do, and they just follow one after another. So they think with the government shutdown, they think they're gonna repair it all the time and it's just gonna keep going. No, it's gonna have to burst or shut itself down regardless. You can't keep patching. Let's say if you're bleeding, you can't keep patching it if it doesn't stop the bleeding. So it's just going to happen. Or what they do with the roads, they keep putting the patch on the roads. It's just making it worse. So it's going to happen regardless. It's going to fall. So I'm gonna keep reading on this. This is therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. Now going into those plagues, like I said, with this movie Jerusalem, is another zombie movie. World War Z, another one. So they come up with a lot of zombie movies to give you an insight on how these people are going to act. They may not, as this movie shows, it shows like some type of zombie having wings flying around. No, if you want to go on a deeper scale level, they could say they're going to be running around, going around eating people. It's not to say per se they're going to fly, but back to the matter at hand, it's showing that these people are going to go mad. They're going to be zombies. They're going to not literally turn into, well, they're not going to literally turn into zombies because we all know they're going to live, but they're going to go around eating people. They're going to lose their mind. They're going to probably even lose their skin with the diseases that's coming out. So it's no, way around it because it's going to be a famine. Everybody's going to mourn. It's going to be a lot of deaths. It's already a lot of deaths as it is. You see cops shooting niggas, which is hell. I don't give a damn. Shoot all the niggas you want. But at the flip side, when this place shut down, everybody's going to be rioting. People nowadays are mourning because prices are going up and you're working for cheap labor. So it's no way around it. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. Yahweh Shah, really. So this place is going to get judged for the multitude of sins it has. There's no way around it. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication live deliciously with her, and shall bewail her, and lament for her. And Esau is the prime one that's going to be really pissed off about this place going down. How they, so we can see that it's not gonna. We can see it's already happening. Because these other countries, when this place goes down, they're not going to give a damn about it. They just here to make a profit and go back home. Oh, some of them I've seen a report on a couple groups going back home because they made enough money off of this place. They said they had enough money to last them a lifetime, really. And hey, that's all they were here, that's all they was here for. The Koreans, the Arabs, they're gonna do the same shit. They're gonna leave. As soon as this place hit, as soon as some bullshit happened, like a terrorist attack, they're the first ones that are gonna probably leave. They're just gonna stack up a little bit more money and then go ahead. And that's what they always do. It's a import and export. They don't have no real value here, and they know it. The only value they have here is for keeping us getting jobs. Because Esau in his mind was like, don't let the niggas get the jobs. And then shit, I'll probably be with them. Niggas can't do their jobs. Niggas put up a bad rep for us, and they just make everything worse themselves. But at the same time, Esau's responsible for that shit. So no matter what, it's going to happen. So all right, so okay, here we go. Right, okay, so when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And it tells it right there. Esau's going to be crying over this. Esau is going to see how this place falls. All his profit, all his hard work, down in the toilet. Just like that. Or down in the missiles, I should say. Burning in the campfire. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments. And it just goes on and down. It's just like everything is there. And it says, and all things which, oh wait, Salakia. And it says, and slaves and souls of men, and the fruits that our souls lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt see it, thou shalt not find them no more at all. So, just to the point of it, oh, so I had the camera messed up. So just to the point of it, it's just to the point that everything Esau worked for is gone. He's going to see his family destroyed. He's going to see his land destroyed. And Esau deserves rightly so, because all that wicked shit he did, it's gonna come back to haunt him. Not even haunt him. It's gonna come back to bite him in the ass or in the back, I should say. So, matter to the point, Esau is going to be destroyed with this place. He's going to see how his all his hard work flushed and everything. So with that, I want to say shalom and death to this wicked society.